There we go. All right. Good evening, community. Good evening, all of our Thrive Epic wonderful members. Hello, hello, hello. Jordan, good evening.
Hi, good to see you.
Good to see you too, again in this room.
Yeah.
So, for anybody who's catching, just so you know, we were having a little bit of trouble with Facebook Messenger rooms, which I will talk about on Tech Tuesday next week, because there's a few things that I think that you're going to want to know that we just found out.
Yeah.
And, right. And so we moved over here to StreamYard. So if you have questions, drop them in the chat box, and so we can address them. But Jordan and I wanted to go live this evening just to talk to you a little bit about course creation. I know some of you that were popping in the room are already in our program, which we're so excited about. And other ones are maybe not sure if they're there yet. So we just want to do a quick little talk about courses, and then we just want to open it up for questions so you can ask away in the little chat box.
Yeah.
Jordan, you want to introduce yourself? I think most of the community probably knows me by this point because I go live all the time, but can you take a minute and introduce yourself?
Absolutely. My name's Jordan Rothwell. I live in Warner Robins, Georgia. I'm from Florida. Moved during the pandemic, which has been interesting. And I am a launch strategist with a heavy emphasis on digital ads. So selling online, getting leads, getting in front of the right people. That's what I do. So I'm excited to partner with you and help the people who join the course creation course with you just really get their courses in front of more people, figure out ways to get people on their list, and just kind of from there grow it. So super excited to be here.
I'm so excited you're here. I was so excited to connect with you. And I know you and I were talking about what should we share about tonight, and I think you and I both agree that the important thing is for people to understand how powerful courses are for their business, adding this product in.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And I think if you look at the different offerings you do, there's only so many hours in a day, right? So you could be offering retainers, you could be offering consultation calls, but having a course is a way to have eventually down the road, once it's launched and you have a strategy for it, just passive income. And it's a way to work with people who you might not already have been able to work with them, right? So if they can't afford to work with you one-on-one, but what you have in your course is something they'll learn from, they can, get in at a $297 course or $397 or two payments of whatnot, So for me, this is a no-brainer, I would say, to get in, just because you're paying that. It's around $1,200, correct? Now
for this program, yeah,
with early bird pricing. So to have 8 weeks of you coaching them, going through it, building it, and being able to at the end of April with my help know how to market it, an attorney in the group, it's a no-brainer. So no, I'm excited. We'll talk and even tonight talking about ways now if people aren't sure about a course to just start building their list. I'm a big fan of Flowdesk, and I can get you a link actually that makes it $19 a month, but you can build just a list on there, a little page. It's not even a website that people can just enter their first name, last name, and email. And you can start building your list tonight, just get people interested. I have something exciting coming up. Get on the list so that you're the first to know. So I think that's kind of, even if a person's not ready yet to get in, just you can always be building a buzz and excitement around it. So that's kind of, I know, the beginning of, the course creation course. What we'll start to focus on more is how do you build a buzz for something that you don't even have yet,
Yeah. And you come in early into our program. I mean, you're there the whole time, sort of, helping people throughout our community, but there to we talked about strategically of before they're even building it, you help them, give them these ideas to be able to start marketing it. So when they're done in the 6 weeks or 8 weeks that it takes them to create this, that they're ready to go.
Yeah. I mean, and there's people out there who say, think of the people who you've talked to in the past who weren't ready to buy from you yet, but would be interested in the course, and kind of start connecting with them more on social. Because then, if there's 10 people of off the top of your head that you're like, oh, this would be good for them, you could have your first 10 sales right there, So really getting strategic about, okay, who could this, anyone in, which is awesome with courses, is like it opens up the whole world to your customer, depending on, what market you're in, but also starting with the low-hanging fruit of like, who's wanted to work with me, or who do I know that this would be good for? Let's start there. So
yeah. And the other thing I want to say, Teresa says, so excited, I have no list and need this to get started. So yes, Teresa, we got you. The other thing I want to say is, like, because I don't know who all's watching right now or who's catching the replay. So type #replay if you happen to be catching it. But if you're on the fence, like, courses are really great because they don't always have to be super big either. So there's like the difference of like, your signature program, which usually those are pretty robust types of courses, down to smaller things that are like those pocket products or those micro products where you can build a course and have a course that's $49 and still sell it, right? And sell it maybe even more than somebody that has a program that's $3,000 or $4,000.
Right.
I always tell people there's no right answer, because I think that there's a market for people to sell it at a less price and sell more. And some people are like, it's easier to sell a higher price to one thing, so I think, but you have to figure out where your audience aligns with it. But just for everybody that's out there, like, we'd love to have you in this program, and regardless of the course you want to build, but our goal is to get you something that you can build in 6 weeks so you can start earning revenue, learn the process of creating a course, how to design the content, what to put in it, how to do the recordings, and what to give your, like, that whole client experience. So that way, when all of that happens, then, like, you're ready to go, and then you can build another course later, but you'll know the system and how to do it.
Right. And I think something like that I'll want to touch on too is the idea of your funnel, right? So like freebies that you use to get people on your list. And then like you said, say it's a $49 mini course that then you're upselling to a $497 course. And then you're upselling at checkout to a one-on-one with you or a mastermind down the road. So it's really like exactly what you said. Someone could charge, $2,000 high ticket for a course, or you could sell a bunch at $49. Because once the content's done and it's evergreen, that's the beauty of it. So I'll talk to more in detail in the group for it about like SLO funnels of like these offers where they're paying for the Facebook ads you're running, right? So like if it's a $49 course and you're okay with paying $25 to $30 for a lead, you get them in your course, you make a little money off the ad, and then you're making even more money off upsells, into a big course down the road or whatnot. So I think this is so smart for people to get in and just figure out, just to also network and talk with you more about like developing like, what is this that I want to build, and having a sounding board. But yeah, I think it's so smart in this day and age. Have a product you can just send people a link to learn more, and like give them the information they need self-paced if they're not ready to work with you. And courses are so good, and I know you've seen this too, to help people build trust with a brand and a business. So that's a whole other, trust and credibility factor. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I know you have to run, but I just want to encourage anybody who's watching live, if you have any questions, drop them in here. If you're catching the replay and have questions, feel free to drop it below as well. And then we'll check back in and touch base with you, because we want to make sure we get things answered in general about whatever you have. So I'll give a minute to see if anybody has anything right now. The other thing is, I just want to talk a little bit more about this program that we're doing. And so it starts on Thursday, and we have just a couple seats left in it. So it's almost there. There's only a little bit left. We were going to close the card on Monday and then decided to leave it open because a couple people were like, I need an extra day to do this. So I'm like, okay, well, I hear everybody. But yeah, the goal is for everyone to build their course in that time and then get it launched. So basically you're looking at by the end of April, like launching this course. And every time I say it, I am so excited. Like I know a couple people, Marlene's in here, Teresa's in here, they're in the program. And I'm like, I am just so like tickled that like they're finally doing it. And some people I've known have been wanting to do this for a very long time. So it's like so exciting to see them like it's happening. Take action.
So it's a bold and brave move, but it's so, I mean, there's no better time than now, and you can just improve it over time, but it's like, let's go. I'm excited.
Me too. All right. Well, I want to thank you for your time. I'm going to drop the link in below too. If anybody wants to learn more about the program, like feel free to reach out to us and let us know, but I'll drop it down below. And then any other parting words?
I guess just my tip for everyone, if they're still on the fence, is you can start building your list now. Look at Flowdesk. You can build just a simple form that's first name, last name, and email. Make it so it sends them a thank you when they get on your email list, and just gather data now while you can. Because, an email and contact you get now could be a big sale 6 months from now. So list building, and I will talk way more about that in the course. So
I've had some people tell me that they're like, I don't want to build with you, Erica, yet until I build up an audience list of so many people. I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't wait.
Yeah, I have clients doing 6 figures with no list. I mean, I'm such a bad example, but I have no list right now, and I'm doing fine for myself. So I'm building it over time, but exactly, like, just start now. You'll never be ready, to do it if you wait till you're ready. So I'm excited. So if someone's on the fence, they should do it. We'll get a great course going, and we'll sell it too.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's it. Thank you all for joining. And Teresa, I'm so proud of you. She said she's doing it with no list. Like, yes, we're doing it. And I can't wait to share the results of what you have, because I know they're going to be great. That's it, Jordan. I hope you have a good night. Everyone else watching, I hope you have a good night as well. And we know Fifi's ready for me to get off the computer. All right. Bye.
Bye.